Okay, so welcome everyone to the Fit India Contributor campaign. And today we have a very special guest with us. We have Dr. Devesh Tiwari. And if you are a parent, if you are someone who is planning to get married, so Dr. Sir is a pediatrician. He specializes with kids, and his special interest also lies in nutrition and also supplementation. So आपको अगर ये और he has an experience of 15 plus years. He's practicing since then. So if you are interested in these areas, I think this half an hour or whatever communication will be very helpful for you. So sir, thank you so much.
Anytime,
And
anytime.
thank you so much for contributing to our campaign.
Anytime.
Let's start by understanding your life and from you. मेरे को तो आपका काफी काफी कुछ पता है, but can we understand things from you? How would you want to share yourself to the world?
So I come from a very humble background,
Right.
and my dad's only focus was कि बेटा पढ़ लिख के कुछ बन जाओ. So education was everything.
Right.
We were not allowed to play. We didn't know anything outside the world. We were like very protected.
Right.
And because education was the focus, thankfully became a doctor. And after became a doctor, started practicing full time into practice. Joined medical college as a lecturer, then freelancing attachment, then corporate attachment. So over a period of time, what happened was this started taking a toll on me. Did not have time for myself.
Right.
Did not have time for my children,
Right.
my wife, and of course, health was the biggest thing. My health was totally going down the drain, and that's when I realized that I should do something for my health, and then started reprioritizing my life.
Right.
And slowly, now I can say little bit. I have a little bit of balance in life,
Right.
work-life balance with health and focus, and having more time for my children and my
लवली
family.
लवली सर, जब आप बोलते हो दैट लाइफ वाज डिफिकल्ट और टाइम खुद के लिए नहीं मिल पा रहा था एंड देन यू बैलेंस्ड इट, कैन यू गो अस थ्रू द प्रोसेस कि आपने बैलेंस करना कैसे चाहा? बिकॉज यू सेड यू वर इनटू फ्रीलांसिंग, यू सेड यू वर इनटू कॉर्पोरेट्स एज वेल, आपके खुद के क्लाइंट्स होंगे, लाइक पेशेंट्स होंगे, तो सबको मैनेज करना एंड देन कमिंग टू अ बैलेंस्ड लाइफ, हाउ डिड यू डू दैट?
So first thing is awareness, mindfulness. Ki this cannot continue going. And I read somewhere, I heard from somewhere, ki if you love your family, take control of your health. And for me, that was like a penny drop moment for me. It was like a paradigm shift.
क्या
And
बात!
since then, slowly, one step at a time, joined gyms, went for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, फिर बंद हो गया, joined another
Right.
gym after few months, after few years. And then I think so, it was during COVID when everything was shut down and work was also not that much. That's when I decided कि now, okay, now I have a time. I can
Okay.
actually focus on my health. And that I think so from there, I can say in last 5 years, I've been able to focus on health. And of course, to create a balance, somewhere I had to give up something, right? So
Correct.
I cannot add health on top of everything what I was doing. So I had to create space for that, so
Correct.
that now I can spend at least 1.5 hours every day on my health, and that's how I've been able to make.
Do you mind sharing what you had to sacrifice in terms of all that areas and then you took up health, you're saying? So can you share with us? क्योंकि ना मैं आपके पर्सपेक्टिव से आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड, जैसे आपके पास टाइम ऑक्यूपाइड था, आपके पास यू माइट हैव बीन गुड इन, आपका फाइनेंसेस का एक बैलेंस शीट बना होगा घर घर के लिए, and after that you wanted to add health but you said you had to sacrifice some things. Can you share with us that as well?
So another quote that I heard somewhere or read in a book was कि health is the wealth of your wealth.
Health is the
Wealth of your wealth.
Okay.
So only if I'm healthy will I be able to be productive for longer period of time.
Right.
So we all have heard stories. 20 साल में किसी को कुछ हो गया, 30 साल में किसी को कुछ हो गया, 40 साल में किसी को कुछ हो गया. Someone lost their parents, someone lost their sibling, and हमको लगता है कि नहीं मेरे साथ नहीं होगा ये.
Right.
But if you see कि किसी के भी साथ हो सकता है, it can happen with me, it can happen with you, and that's where it was like very important to reprioritize my life. Focus कि कुछ भी हो जाए, morning का जो 1-1.5 घंटा है, that I am going to give to my health.
Lovely.
So when we have that perspective, so if anything comes also, then I was supposed to कि like नहीं भाई, I'm not free, during this time, because I'm a pediatrician, so I have to go for emergencies, and also I had to give up those things, give up few small box.
Correct.
to prioritize on my health. So that's how it happened. And as I said, it was like that mindset ki nahi, bas enough, because I was having cholesterol issues, I was having weight issues, there was a lot of inflammation in my body, and I knew कि I mean this cannot go for long. हम हमारी भाषा में हम लोग प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केयर की भाषा में बोलते हैं I was like a ticking time bomb. कभी भी फट सकता था मैं. So
Right.
before that could happen, I had to give up on like freelancing, running here and there, and
Right.
that's how I could
Lovely.
find time for my health.
Lovely, lovely. Sir, what do you think? You're also parent of three children. So, what do you think? What is the role of parents psychologically as well? Ki when you took up the health in your life, as a parent, how do you start thinking? What changes do you see in the family around your kids? I want to share this for the new parents who are planning to become parents, or someone who's going to get married and they love children. तो ये health का psychology का और बच्चों से और family का well-being, how do you think relates?
Right. So a month back, there was this child, 20 months old child, who was admitted with me because of some fever and the fever had gone to the brain, and child had thrown seizures and all. And on follow, when the child came to me, the parents were complaining कि बच्चा fruits नहीं खाता, because I was telling them कि fruit खाना चाहिए, high protein diet, high fiber diet, avoid मैदा. And both parents were complaining कि मेरा बच्चा fruits नहीं खाता. And I asked mom कि when was the last time you had fruits? She's like, no, I don't eat fruit. And I asked the dad, do you eat fruit? He said, no, I don't eat fruit.
Correct.
So that is the challenge कि हम वो नहीं कर रहे हैं और हम बच्चे को मार मार के चाहते हैं कि बच्चा वो करे. That never happens.
Right.
Culture is caught, not taught.
Wow, wow.
If
Sir, फिर से एक बार repeat करिए.
Culture is caught, not taught.
क्या बात.
If we as a parent, if we sleep on time, get up on time, have a good physical activity routine, we take our supplements, we eat fruits and vegetables, we eat right. So we don't have to tell our kids. Kids
Right.
will automatically know that.
Right.
Will know that.
Right.
So my 6-year-old knows what is healthy, what is unhealthy. And it is not now he started knowing. He knew it since 2.5, 3 years of age. This is healthy, this is not healthy. Correct. Because that has been the lingo around the house.
Correct. And
being physically active, my daughters were the first clients of pure calisthenics, and I joined later. But that's how it has happened. It's an automatic, I think so, choice for them. Ki yes, no, I think so. We should take control of our health, because both me, my wife Shraddha, we have been very health focused since.
Right.
So how it started was, again, penny drop moment was ki during COVID, we wanted our daughters to go for gymnastics before joining calisthenics, and we went to the best center in somewhere Andheri Vile Parle, because that fellow, he's a national coach or something for gymnastics.
Right.
And all. Right. And when we took our daughters over there, so he said कि इनको flexibility की जरूरत है, इनको strength की जरूरत है, इनको पहले वो करो 6-8 महीना 9 महीना, and फिर मेरे पास नहीं करो. And first that was like, I think so, cultural shock, because कि हमको लगता था कि हम हमारे बच्चों को healthy रख रहे हैं, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं. They had, at a very young age, they were going for Malakham and all. So we thought ki, like, they should be good, but even for getting entry into a gymnastic thing, he said कि नहीं, इनको strength और flexibility की जरूरत है. And that's when, on the way back, we had a discussion, me and my wife, कि I think so we have to take our health to the next level. If you want our kids to take their health to the next level, we have to take that initiative. And I think so, again, that was the thing that catapulted so that we take control of our health. Right. Previously, as I said, कि 3 हफ्ते 4 हफ्ते जिम जाना छोड़ देना, हफ्ते का 2 दिन 3 दिन जिम जाना, and then, but then after that it was like almost 6 days a week taking control of our health.
So can you safely say कि your driving force was the culture that you wanted to build around your kids as well, and that was again fueling your journey in fitness. Correct. The discipline, the consistency.
Right. Yeah.
Lovely. Sir, can you share with us your journey of health? We understood how you all want to train your kids, how you've managed your life. Can you share with us your health? जैसे आपने बोला, you were high cholesterol, high everything, and then you are at where you are right now. So the whole journey, क्या process रहा, क्या pains आए, क्या discomforts आए, काम में भी शायद affect होता होगा, body sore होता होगा. So can you go us through that non-fit to fit journey? And वो प्रोसेस में लोग क्या माइंडसेट रख के काम कर पाए आगे.
So of course मतलब wherever I was, I have like during my medical college days I had joined one gym. Before that I had joined Telworkers, and when I was doing my residency in San Hospital I had joined Cloud9. Then so I've joined a lot of gyms, but it was only during COVID that's when everything was shut. That's when I decided कि no, I have to do something about my health. And मेरे बिल्डिंग में जिम था and वो भी बंद था.
Okay.
So I don't know, somehow because I was looking that looking zone, I got a video which had like 12 exercises at home and 30 seconds each.
Okay.
So it had push-ups, it had bench dips, it had jumping jacks, high knees,
No
T
equipment.
push-ups,
Correct.
and like just home exercises.
Correct.
So I started doing that, and every day, and gradually increased my time.
Correct.
And from that, what happened was ki first of all I started doing it 6 days a week, almost like I think so 7 days a week, because COVID में uh, had time, more time. And by the end of the first वो जो lockdown था, I was doing almost like 100 push-ups at home. Started with
Right.
30 seconds of push-ups.
Right. This was
So-
what span 1.5 years पूरा लॉकडाउन का.
No, 3 months, 3 to
months.
4 months. जो
Okay,
फर्स्ट
okay,
लॉकडाउन था, आई थिंक सो
okay.
मार्च से जुलाई अगस्त
अच्छा,
तक.
तो
Yeah,
उतने में उतना आपका काफी
yeah,
हो गया.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So again, the point is कि we don't have to do something great. You can just start small. You know,
Correct.
I was reading a book by a behavioral psychologist, Tiny Habits बोल के. इसमें what he used to do was every time he used to go to pee, he used to do 2 push-ups.
Okay.
That's it.
Correct.
So it doesn't have to be something big कि मैं gym join करता हूँ, yoga, zumba. If you just start tracking your steps, like 10,000 steps, you will feel better 3 months, 6 months down the line.
Correct.
So it has to be very small. And it was during that time when I came across, I think so, on social media about calisthenics, and since then I always wanted to do calisthenics. And then I think so 1.5 years back I joined calisthenics,
Right.
and since then there has been no looking back.
Perfect. So what do you think between the differences between the gym and calisthenics? Because you've experienced both of the worlds. So what do you think is the major difference, and what makes you stick to calisthenics and then like we've.
So as I said, ki, I've been gymming for long period of time, almost like 10 years, and it used to give me momentary pleasure. Jao, pump up karo, hit the bars. But I didn't know then what I was missing. Okay, and then when I came across through social media about calisthenics, people doing all kind of skills, having that chiseled body. That was like, okay, I think so I should be somewhere. This is what I was looking for, because
Right.
मेरा again एक बचपन से I think so every man has that कि 6-pack abs होना चाहिए.
Right.
Even I had that dream 6-pack abs. But and when I saw calisthenics on social media, I thought कि
Right.
this could be my vehicle to have 6-pack abs, and that's how I started
Correct.
calisthenics.
Correct.
And it was like amazing. I think so first week only I was like feeling so good about myself, because it was all about every day I was working on something or the other, some skill or the other, whether it is push-ups, whether it is pulls, shoulder, biceps, triceps, core, legs. Everything was new, and I was saying ki it was making a difference in my overall health, stamina, endurance, and most important was flexibility. I didn't know, if I had not joined calisthenics, I would have never known that my hips were not flexible enough.
Yeah.
They were not open. My ankle was not open. My lower back was having problems.
Correct.
I always knew when I was to stand for more than 15-20 minutes, I used to get lower backache, and I didn't know why that was happening.
Correct.
And one of the reason was I was having a stiff hip,
Correct.
and because of that, whole lower back had gone into spasm.
Correct.
So only when I had to do certain skills like pistol squats and all, then I realized I had a stiff hip, I had a stiff lower back, and that's how I started opening up. So if you see, it is about overall development. When I was in gym, it was all about pumping up muscles, but here I was not only pumping up muscles, but I was also having endurance, stamina, flexibility, mobility. It's overall development of my health, I think so. That's what I've got from calisthenics.
Lovely. Thank you so much for advocating that. And
Okay.
one last thing
I've
that
seen the difference in that.
one last thing that I want to give you a free space now कि पूरा दुनिया अभी सुन रहा है You have the mic in your hand. 800 crore people are listening to you.
Mm.
Whom do you want to talk to, and what is the message that you want to share?
Okay, so as a doctor, as a child specialist, as a parent, I think so. In today's time, health is very important, and I mean, I did not tell people. People know that. I'm sure in every house there must be one or two person who's suffering something or the other. Uh, in today's time, because of nutrition gap, because of so much of pollution, toxic environment that we are living in, the stressful life that we are living in, there's a huge nutrition gap between what we should have and what we're taking. So that is taking toll on our health, whether it is immunity issues, whether it is hormonal issues, cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, obesity, diabetes. Everything boils down to because of these two things: nutrition gap and inflammation. And sad part is ki all these things are not in our control. This is
Okay.
this is not in our control, right?
Food intake is in our control.
Food intake is in our control, but what about the quality of food that we are getting?
Right.
That is not in our control.
Right.
Right? Decreasing soil pollution, the modern farming practices,
Correct.
those are not in our control. So of course we have to have our food. The more food we have, the less chances we will have outside food and junk food. But along with that, uh, of course, taking supplements from the right source, from the plant based, and as I said, having some form of physical activity is very important. So what people do, some people is they do yoga, 1 hour in the morning, or calisthenics or gym 1 hour in a day. But throughout the day, if we are couch potato, it still doesn't work. We still,
Exactly.
having lot of fat, accumulating
And-
fat.
Correct.
So having some form of physical activity, like tracking your 10,000 steps,
Correct.
along with food and supplement, is very important.
Correct.
And last but not the least is our mental health, is our mindset. If you see how it changed, because my mindset was I have to take control of my health, things gradually fell into place. It was like a jigsaw puzzle. Unless you have the final picture in front of you, you cannot put those pieces together. So that's what mindset does. It clarifies everything. It gives a clear picture where you want to head, and then automatically, because you're in that looking zone, things fall into place. So that one thing that can have the biggest impact on our health as a person, as a profession, as a career, is if you can take control of health. That will be really good.
Lovely. Lovely. That is his message to the world. सर आई वांट टू आपने जो बताया उसमें से एक सब्जेक्ट मुझे और निकल के आ रहा है जो लोगों को शायद उसमें इंटरेस्ट हो. आपने बताया कि जो हम खाना खा रहे हैं वी डोंट हैव एनी कंट्रोल ओवर दैट, द सॉइल पोल्यूशन, द मॉडर्न प्रैक्टिसेस. तो इसमें व्हाट डू वी डू? अभी जैसे वी आर नॉट श्योर कि जो वेजिटेबल्स भी खा रहे हैं, फ्रूट्स भी खा रहे हैं, वो कितने प्योर हैं. तो हाउ हाउ मेरे दिमाग में ये बैठता नहीं है कि सप्लीमेंट्स will replace the quality, and then क्योंकि मेरे को ऐसा लगता है कि at the end of the day supplements is chemicals, and these are a little natural sources, but इसमें भी chemicals है. तो हर जगह से chemicals है. तो do you think that is helping us, or I just want your word?
So I think that this is maybe off the topic, but honestly speaking, if you read books on preventive healthcare, or as I said, I'm a nutrition well-being expert. If you go abroad, like 60%, 80% of the population is popping pills. They don't go to doctor कि मुझे multivitamin चाहिए, मुझे omega 3 चाहिए, मुझे calcium चाहिए. They all take that. If you read books on preventive healthcare, they all say it is very important to bridge the nutrition gap, to equip our body to fight the pollution, and that can only happen. Okay, let me give an example. We all know we require 1 gram per kg body weight of protein. Correct. Now I have high amount of protein from my diet. Correct. But what happens is if I'm focusing on protein, my other sources get compromised. What about my vitamins and minerals? What about my omega 3? What about my fiber?
Correct.
What about my iron? What about my calcium? So there's so many things that have to be lined up. So to make it easy for busy working professionals, for people who don't want to research like 5 years and then start something. So there, like you rightly mentioned, when anything enters the body पूछती है कि भाई ये फूड ग्रेड है, ये केमिकल ग्रेड है, ये फूड से आ रहा है, ये केमिकल से आ रहा है, राइट? So anything which is chemical is completely goes through a very different route in our body, and it can have effects on our kidney and liver, right? But there are also supplements which are coming from food,
right?
right?
अच्छा, फूड सोर्सेज से ही सप्लीमेंट्स
Yes,
बन के एंड
yes.
ओके
So when you are taking supplement, we have to ask कि भाई ये जो मैन्युफैक्चरर है इसके पास फार्म्स है कि नहीं खुद के, ओके? एंड अगर वो विटामिन्स मिनरल जो भी है सप्लीमेंट है वो प्लांट से आ रहा है कि नहीं वो हमको पूछना है. सेकंड क्वेश्चन. थर्ड क्वेश्चन ये पूछना है कि इज इट कमिंग फ्रॉम वैरायटी ऑफ प्लांट्स और नो. And
Okay.
if that manufacturer has ticked these three boxes, that supplement is safe because it is coming from food grade.
करेक्ट, खुद का फार्म प्लांट से आ रहा है कि नहीं और वेराइटी ऑफ प्लांट से आ रहा है कि
Yeah.
नहीं, that
So from seeds to supplementation, everything should happen under one roof,
ओके
right? ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि you know वहां से रॉ मटेरियल उठाया फिर कहीं और पे असेंबल कर रहे हैं. Because what happens the moment you pluck a fruit or a vegetable, its nutrition value starts going down.
करेक्ट
राइट. तो आप ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में अगर 4 दिन निकाल दे रहे हो तो इसका वैल्यू कम हो गया.
करेक्ट.
So if you do that kind of research, we will, of course, you will find answer for that.
Lovely. Sir, again, how do you find out कि ये कंपनी ऑथेंटिक है, ये कंपनी ऑथेंटिक, क्योंकि जैसे इफ आई एम अ बिजनेस ओनर एंड मेरी अपनी कंपनी है, मुझे मेरा माल बेचना है, I have to get on board the best marketing team. I have to show them the best shoots. I have to do them the best website. सब कुछ मुझे अच्छा अच्छा दिखाना है ताकि लोग मेरा प्रोडक्ट देखें. तो हाउ डू वी आइडेंटिफाई कि ये जो दिखा रहे हैं, जो ये लोग क्लेम कर रहे हैं, ये एक्चुअल में है? क्योंकि वैसे 15 लोग हैं ना, आप अपना ब्रांड करेंगे, ये अपना ब्रांड करेंगे, मैं अपना ब्रांड करूँ, तो सारे लोग यही बोल रहे हैं हमारा बेस्ट है, हमारा बेस्ट है, हमारा बेस्ट है. कैसे पता करें हम?
So that's a very good question, but no one talks about the source.
Source.
Yeah.
Source
of their nutrition, of their everyone says कि इसमें plant based है, but what is the source?
Correct.
No one talks about the source. So ideally there's a brand called Nutrilite. उनके हर एक bottle पे there is a QR code.
Okay.
जहाँ पे from seeds to supplementation you can track everything.
Okay.
Backwards.
Okay.
Tracing backwards.
Okay.
So कौन सा seed use हुआ है for that particular supplement, किस दिन इसको हार्वेस्ट किया है वो प्लांट को, किस दिन वो बना है, एवरीथिंग कैन बी ट्रैक्ड बैक. सो आज की तारीख में बहुत इजी है. so मतलब सी मोस्ट ऑफ द 99.99999% of the companies they don't have their farms, they are just taking raw material from here and there and
they are creating. Correct.
So I know someone who's into this chemical import and export, and what they do is कि we have वहाँ से अमाइनो एसिड्स उठाया, वहाँ से अमाइनो एसिड्स उठाया, वहाँ से अमाइनो एसिड्स उठाया, असेंबल करके उसका बना दिया. So I mean
अपने को वो नए चाहिए. We want farms, actual farms जहाँ से सोर्स अच्छे से हो, वहाँ से बनेगा और फिर हम. Great. So
if we do our research, we'll come across. So there are companies who are doing that.
Lovely. Anything else that you want to share with the world, or we can wrap up the conversation?
I think so.
Lovely.
That's enough.
Great. So this was Devesh sir. उनका लाइफ हमने समझा, उनने कैसे अपने हेल्थ को प्रायोरिटाइज किया, कैसे उन्होंने अपने किड्स में वो कल्चर लाया. Now he is from being unhealthy to healthy. He talked about supplements as well. We also gave you some insights on how to choose the right company for your supplementation and how important it is to bridge the gap. And sir, I think this is time for the initiative. Originally we've met here to understand a model that we've created. It's called Fit India Model. And like जब हम बात भी कर रहे थे, आपने जो स्टार्ट किया था स्टेटमेंट कि एजुकेशन वाज द बेस ऑफ योर फैमिली, इट वाज अ वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट माहौल. So I think this conversation might relate to you. And thank you for again listening to us, sharing your views, sharing your wisdom, your knowledge with people. And I think we can move to the second part of the meet today. Lovely. And can you tell us what do you think about it?
It's an amazing concept. First of all, I can see the amount of research, hard work, and reading has gone into this Fit India movement. And I think so the main thing that I get is it is a very novel thought to help people, to get India into fitness. And the age group in which you're trying to enter is also very critical, very important. And I think so you have hit the nail, I would say. We went to the root cause of why the India is not fit, and how we can get India into fitness.
राइट.
It is an amazing model, I think so.
लवली. सर आपने प्योर कैलिस्थेनिक्स के साथ 1.5 साल बिताए, सो डू यू थिंक द मॉडल इज रेप्लिकेटिंग इनटू द बिजनेस एज वेल, कि मतलब ये सारी चीजें इफ यू थिंक इज दिस ट्रांसलेटिंग इनटू द बिजनेस की फिलहाल हमको और काम करना बाकी है?
I didn't get your question, sorry.
जैसे ये मॉडल है, दिस इज व्हाट इज ड्राइविंग अस एज अ
Correct.
बिजनेस.
Okay.
जो भी मैं प्योर कैलिस्थेनिक्स के अंदर
Correct.
करता हूँ वो ये इसके बेस पे करता हूँ.
Right.
So you've been a part of pure calisthenics for
Yeah.
1.5 years.
Right.
So do you think this is translating niche?
Yes, definitely. I can see that because all the clients are happy. All the clients can see the difference, and as I said, ki one thing that can have impact all areas of life is if you are fit. So I think so definitely yes, it makes sense, and it is definitely translating into business. Yeah.
Lovely. Also, sir, do you think, can you share anything about me as a person, or because this will help people trust me more, or maybe just understand me better? Ki if you can share a few words about your experience with me as well, or with the team in general, what do you think the culture of the gym or pure calisthenics is, and what are you able to see in 1.5 years of your experience?
Right. So Puneet is someone who is not only focusing on health, but he's also focusing on himself, on his mindset. You know, I can see him reading books. I can see him reading books on communication. I can see him reading books on mindset. So that is very important, because in today's time, more than uh, what people are doing is key. Let's say we spoke about supplements, we spoke about gyms. People are opening gyms, people are starting supplements because it is a need of the hour. But people don't have clarity कि जो भी वो कर रहे हैं क्यों कर रहे हैं. But with Puneet, I can see that there is a clarity, there is a bigger vision, there is a bigger picture behind all these things. So I'm really happy, meeting Puneet. Glad to know him, and I myself learn a lot of things from Puneet. How he's managing his man management skills, he's managing business, he's managing gym, and he's also having a bigger vision to take it to the next level, to take it to the masses. Amazing experience knowing Puneet.
Thank you so much, sir. And ये Fit India model, if you want to use one name or one family friend, one whoever, whom do you want to share this Fit India model with? We want to give them for free.
So you mean to me I have to be looking somewhere in the 17 or 25 age group?
Whatever you feel like, कि आपको आपने पूरा समझा, you understood कि चलो ठीक है, काम का बात है, आपके दिमाग में कौन सा नाम आ रहा है जिसको ये सुनना चाहिए या ये समझना चाहिए?
I think so. There's this family friend of mine, Dr. Saurabh Sangore. Both husband and wife are doctors. I think so. That is the name which is coming in my mind.
डॉक्टर सर, तो आप प्लीज नेक्स्ट पॉडकास्ट वी कैन डू विथ यू. ग्रेट. लवली. थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर योर टाइम. आप आए, हम हमारे साथ आपके सारी बातें की. यू लिसन टू अस. अब यू वर सो, सर ये बहुत बड़ा क्वालिटी भी होता है, बीइंग अ डॉक्टर, बीइंग हैविंग एवरीथिंग सेट. आपका एक बैलेंस लाइफ है, एक रूटीन लाइफ है, उसके बाद भी यू आर बीइंग ओपन टू लर्निंग समथिंग न्यू, शेयरिंग योर ओन वर्ल्ड, योर लाइफ विद द वर्ल्ड. ये बहुत बड़ी क्वालिटी होती है. एंड यू आर, आपने इतना अच्छे से सुना, आपने अपने उसमें इनपुट्स भी डाले, यू आर रेसिप्रोकेटेड. Thank you so much for that. It means a lot. And I just want to wish you, your family, lots of happiness. And they'll say thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine. Great experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much.